word that, because you're not really dealing with the shadow at all. You're just learning how to dance with it. Because every time you shine something, you shine light on something, a new shadow is created, because now you have a new point of reference of what you don't know. So I really want to deprogram the minds of people who are like have this preconceived notion of shadow work, because it makes people think that it's something that is unnecessary, when really the shadow is always necessary. Because without shadow, you have no individuality. You've got nothing separating you from the light if you have no shadow. So in order to experience life, you have to have shadow. When a child is born with shadow. It is born with stuff that it does not know. Even though it is connected, it is the closest thing connected to source, because it was just born, so it just came into flesh. Even though it's at that point, it still does not know how to be that individual life and that present life. That is a unique experience. So let's bring shadow down to the little kid that it is. Let's say, what's the best way to play with this little kid who nicknamed himself Shadow because he likes Sonic the Hedgehog? That's what shadow is. All right? So we play with this kid by, first of all, observing it. So just being aware of it. That is literally all shadow work is. It's becoming aware. Now, the becoming aware part is simple. The work comes in removing everything that is keeping you from seeing what you need to see. And that's where we have the programs, that's where we have the traumas, that's where we have the triggers. Those things they create distortions of what the truth really is. So you're not getting very authentic information. And so again, for me, my body, my brain works like a computer. So for me, I just look at, if it's not efficient, why am I doing it? If it's not the clearest route to becoming the best version of myself, why am I doing it? This is what I had to realize is different between me and a lot of people from Earth. Because a lot of people from Earth are okay dreading their healing process. Like, even people in my inbox, right? There are people that say, oh, I need to get my chakras open, or I need my healing, or whatever the case is. They're like, okay, great, when would you like to book an appointment? And they'll go days without messaging me back. And that's fine. I have no judgment. I don't care about that. But the part that just really I look at is like, if you clearly saw this inefficiency in your life, you clearly saw that your chakras, which are your energy wheels, which power your entire body, are closed. Why is that not your top priority? That is what fuels you. That is what helps you co-create. So again, I look at it's just not efficient for me. I'm like eating bad food. It's just not efficient for me. So I don't do it. I don't have to have a reasoning as far as emotional attachment to it. Holding on to traumas, it's not efficient for me. I don't want the stress. I don't want to have the mental power of worrying about what I did fucking 12 years ago. I don't want it. I want to be able to have all of my energy charged into the present moment, because then I can be efficient. So what are you holding on to? Like who's telling you have to hold on to these things? Who told you that you have to hold on to this complete identity that is keeping you from your higher self? You know, when I meditate, I was going to tell you guys this. When I meditate, I do this new mantra where I say, higher self take over. And I repeat that in my mind. I say, higher self take over, higher self take over. And I breathe it in. And then when I open my eyes, I act like I'm a higher version of myself. I just act like it. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that means. But I act smarter. I act like I walk taller. I walk like my posture is fixed even more. I walk like my smile is more grand. I act like I just downloaded a God. And these are all templates that you guys can download as well. You just have to get there. But that requires energy to be able to download those things. It requires energy. But that energy must be harnessed in the present moment. That energy can't be harnessed in the present moment if you're still thinking about your past. Or if you're still overdwelling on the future, causing anxiety. See, now your energy is being dispersed. So now your creation process is inefficient. Rachel, peace and bliss. Marie, yes. Be efficient. It is time for us to be efficient. That is the reason why I am one of the people who, I'm actually excited for artificial intelligence. Truly, I love the idea of technology becoming one with humans. I truly do, because I believe in God's eyes, we are technology. So I believe that by us actually creating technology and merging with it, we are duplicating the process that God has done with us. And I think that once we deprogram ourselves from all the negative fear programming that as to why that wouldn't work, we can see that that is the next step of our evolution. You know, the same mentality of like having a chip in our mind, right? It's like people have the same fear with a chip in their mind as they did with the first automobile. Right? Like people were like, oh, I'm not going to get into a car. You know, this could happen. This could happen. This could happen. And then over time, they learned to trust the technology to the point where it's now common. Same thing with cell phones. Same thing with the microwave. It's always happening with technology. It's like you have this fear because of this. People fear the unknown, one. And also people fear things that could be better than them. It's like humans have this ego of being on top of the evolutionary food chain that we can't deal with something else being on top of us like artificial intelligence, even though it could be better for the entire planet. That's the ego. That's why we're humans, because we will do what's best for us over what's best for the planet. And so that's why this extra light energy has had to come in to remove that programming. Because that's what unconditional love is. Unconditional love means you love your daughter as much as you love the planet. Means you don't fill it up with toxic things. Means you don't starve it. You don't pull its resources from it. You wouldn't pull the teeth out of your child. So that's a programming that has to be removed. And that's part of the reason why we're having this conversation. Frustration is transmuted passion. I'm noticing right now how much easier it is for me right now to get into the frequency I need to be able to channel the information. And I'm noticing the fact that of how frustrated I was that made me come on the live to begin with. So I'm literally taking that frustration energy and I'm transmuting it directly into my passion. And that's allowing me to fall into alignment quicker and download messages more efficiently. So if we can get to a point where we can transmute our frustrations directly into our passion, it's like almost like masturbating into your own creation. You're just taking all this fucking energy and just directly applying it. That is dope as fuck. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. So you can literally find efficiency and find value in frustration. Hi, Amara. How are you? I love you guys. I can't wait till I get to start seeing you guys. Like, okay, do I want to do this right now? I'm going to be unrolling a new project that I have been working on. And it is for those who are ready to hear this, drum roll please. This is the template of the physical manifestation of the 5D world. So the 5D is a state of consciousness, right? It's where time and space become one, and manifestation become instant. Here's what